what's happening this year. We are having a launch of a book or a project every single month this year. We kicked the year off in January with the with Raythe Reign 4 coming out. So those of you who didn't know, Raythe Reign 4 is now out. You get the hardcover, the ebook, and the audiobook. That's where we started. But a really big thing is happening on February 14th, 2025. Everdark Academy, as you guys have heard, is the sequel to Everdark. And we will be having the Everdark podcast coming up. We have plans that we haven't quite solidified that, so I'm not going to say much more about it. But let's just say it has 14 voice actors in it. 14.
And it'll be longer than Everdark.
Yes, it is significantly longer than Everdark. It will be available, though EDA ebook will be available on February 14. We might have a version of a paperback, but definitely the ebook will be available on all retailers from our shop, which we're going to try to give you a discount on our shop. And we're going to put it for more on stuff like, Amazon,
Kobo, whatever,
Barnes & Noble, all that kind of stuff. There, I would really recommend that if you haven't already, please sign up for our email list. That is included in the description down below. The reason why, if you're part of the email list, you will get free things like free books, free chapters, look ahead art, all this kind of cool stuff. And you'll be able to know what's actually happening. But you'll get all the deals if you were part of the email list, because we do flash sales, we do giveaways, we do all this stuff.
Yeah, our email list is sort of like where everything happens, because we can put more text, more images, just more information. We don't really do social media. Instagram is, whatever. We're not doing TikTok or YouTube shorts. We're just sticking with the email list because it's really the best way to deliver the information that people want.
And you can look at it when you have the time.
Yeah.
And you don't have to try to scramble down to figure out where things are. You can literally go to the email and click a link to get to whatever you want to get to.
Yeah. Also, we don't want to make people go to social media, especially now, to see updates from us. A lot of people I know are dropping out of social media for obvious reasons.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I just am not on it because I don't want to see anything.
Yep.
And I know that sounds bad. It is bad, but I just need a break before I re-engage.
I need a break from everybody's opinions and hot takes on current events. If I want an educated opinion, I will seek it out, but I don't need every TikToker to tell me about what's happening.
So as we said, January, Raythe Reign 4, get your copy today if you want to. February, EDA, Everdark Academy 1 ebook will be out. And at the end of February...
Oh, fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Actually happens.
So The Night Prince is this cozy romantasy with epic elements. So it's like, imagine like you're working in a dwarven tavern, but you get to fall in love with the elven king, and then you find out you yourself are a prince, and then you have to save the world.
It has like all the high fantasy tropes in it. It's awesome.
2 couples. It's a lot of fun, and people are crazy about it. And I have been reading it for my members, and I will continue reading for my members. However, Edward Fox, the indomitable, the irreplaceable, the unforgettable, the amazing liquid-voiced actor, is in fact going to do The Night Prince. We are going to get his files hopefully by February 20th. Where Kat and I will be listening to them.
Yeah.
And then once they are ready to go, we are going to, for probably a couple of days, not too long, but a couple of days, allow members to download his version of The Night Prince as part of their membership. Now, just to give you an idea, we are asking for $50 for a whole year of Raythe Reign, which is $4.16 a month. If you were to purchase Edward's audio, just the first audio from Audible, if you were a member, it costs, every membership credit now costs you over $14. Okay. If you were to not be a member and purchase it, it will cost you between $23 to $27. That's what the going rate is. So already just that one thing that you are getting already covers potentially half what you've spent on the year-long membership. So just keep that in mind.
Just jumping forward in the timeline a little bit. In June, I see that we are getting the next installment of Edward's Night Prince. And in September, if all goes well, we're getting another installment of Night Prince. So we could have potentially 3 Night Prince audiobooks in 2025 for members to get before we put them up on Audible.
And that's just the beginning of what you're going to get as a member. Now we're into March. Dragon's Reign 5 ebook and audiobook will be up. It looks phenomenal. The cover's up.
The cover is so cool.
Oh, it's so cool. It's just so incredibly cool. Now we're into April. Can you believe we're already into April? We are going to be doing a Kickstarter. And I know that sounds crazy. And we're also going to have the Night Prince Volume 1 being up in the audiobook. But remember, if you remember, you've already gotten the Night Prince one. You've already been able to read it too. So keep that in mind.
Night Prince, the chapters are far, far ahead of what book 1 is. Book 1's like chapters 1 through 15. And I think the site is already up to 62. So, and you're like writing, I don't know, 4 or 5 Night Prince chapters a month.
Yeah. So it's really crazy.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind. But in April, we're doing a Kickstarter pre-launch and we're doing the Night Prince book and audiobook. So let me tell you about the Kickstarter. In May, Everdark ends. On the public podcast. And to basically wrap this all up, and because we're a sucker for pretty books and we realized that we could do this because now like China and all these printers have opened up all these incredible options. Basically, we are going to have a 3-volume omnibus edition of Everdark, paperback and hardcover. You can also get the audiobooks. They'll all be for a deal. You'll be able to see what all the packages are. And in this, they will have foil covers. They will have sprayed edges. They will have literally, like, I believe, a silk ribbon as a bookmark. They will be collector's editions.
Color interior pages.
There's something like 100 and some color pages per.
This is absolutely ridiculous.
It is.
This is like the Magpie edition.
Plus, there's going to be illustrations, totally new illustrations of sexy times parts and cool parts and all this stuff that will be in those versions. We'll have more to show and share with you at that time. Even the sprayed edges have a design that if you have them one across to the other on your bookshelf, you'll be able to see a design. That's going to be really cool. Well, again, we'll have more for that. But that's April. April will, again, be the Kickstarter pre-launch, the Night Prince Book 1 and audiobook up on all retailers, and the end of the Everdark public podcast. That's up. Right now, remember, all 147 chapters of the professional multi-actor production are already up on Raythe Reign, completely uncut. You could stream them today. If you have not listened to all of Everdark, and you can't if you're on the public podcast, obviously, but if you're new and would like to sign up, just 2 audiobooks would cost you $50, and you can get all 9 for $50. So keep that in mind.
You're doing a great job selling.
Thank you.
I'm proud of you.
I feel a little bit like the ShamWow salesman. What happens in May? The thing that I think people will be most excited
Crying
about?
tears of joy.
Tears of joy.
Because they've only been trying to cajole and threaten and flatter you into doing this for years.
We are doing a Dragon's Reign Everdark crossover serial. What does that mean? Well, those of you who have wanted to know what happens next and have another book in the Dragon's Reign universe, welcome to the show. Here we begin. Essentially, Akith the Destroyer, who is a dragon in the Everdark universe and who is sort of frenemies with Daemon, magically sends Daemon, Julian, Christian, and Balthazar to a world where dragons reign to prove to the Vampire King that dragons are better rulers than vampires. And this will actually be a full story. There will be a big bad. There will be Alarian, Tilly, and the dogs doing like Scooby-Doo things. It'll be amazing. I'm plotting out the story now, and it will start then, and it will be a subscription exclusive. It'll be a membership exclusive to Raythe Reign. So if you have wanted to know what happens next in Dragon's Reign, or if you've ever wondered, who would wear the leather pants better, Valerius or Daemon? We are going to find it out in this serial that begins in May. Dragon's Reign 6 also releases in May. So again, you will, as members right now, be able to listen to all of Dragon's Reign through book 6. It'll be all there on the site, all uncut, professionally voiced by me and Edward. It's a lot of fun, and I really do hope that you do check it out. Everdark Academy Book 2 comes out in June 2025. It will be available on all retailers. We're going to try to give you a deal on Raythe Reign shop, so that will be a good thing. So we encourage you to get that from us. July, The Night Prince Book 2 and Audiobook 2 launch. So you will have that. And remember, you will get Book 2's audio as a member, likely in June, probably the month before. As soon as we get it, we're going to share it with you. So that will be part of your membership. All right, August. Dragon's Reign Book 7 comes out in August. So in September, we have 2 large Everdark things happening. Everdark Academy Book 3 will be out. It'll be available for purchase. But we're also doing something even more exciting. Everdark Academy Kickstarter pre-launch. Just like we did for Everdark, we are going to have omnibus editions, paperbacks, and hardcovers. They will be with exclusive covers. They will have foil. They will have sprayed edges. They will have silk ribbons. We are going to illustrations, internal color pages, and we are trying to think of some really cute things. For example, I'll give you an example of what my ideal would be, but I don't know if we're going to be able to do all of it. But basically, you would get your box with the books and you would have a letter from Balthazar and Caemorn welcoming you to the Academy. There would be stickers that you would be able to put on your journal that would accompany that, and there would be like a mug and some other like little like tiny things in there that you could enjoy. So it would sort of feel like your swag box of like, what would you need to get ready to go to Everdark Academy yourself? And that is something that we are working on, and the pre-launch for that will be in September, and the launch of it will be in October, because we all know October is
Vampire Month.
But October also is The Night Prince 3 with the audio. So really, in September, if you're a member, you're getting The Night Prince 3 audio. Again, free with part of your subscription. And then it goes up exclusively on Audible. If you really do sign up for a year now, it's far better than trying to hit these sales intermittently. Go in, download the files. I'm all good.
One would hope. But
yeah,
when we did this before for Cinders and Ashes, members still missed the download period.
They did. But we really need you guys to watch that download period, okay?
We'll do everything we can to make sure people know about the download period. And
which is why you need to be part of our email list and be checking those emails. Yes. I know. What happens in November? Dragon's Reign Book 8. Second to the last. It's really, really hard to believe that that's going to come to an end. December has 2 big things happening. One of them is another serial. It's called temporary right now. I'm not quite sure. Dragon Empire. It will start in December 2025, and it will coincide with our next big sale for a year. Sign up for a year now, and then you come and sign up for a year in the end, and you get all this good stuff, and there's going to be even more in 2026. But yes, Dragon Empire. Let's put it this way. There's a little dragon named Snippy. It's going to be great. Trust me when I say it's going to have all the humor of Dragon's Reign and all the seriousness of Everdark and all the epicness of and coziness of The Night Prince all wrapped into this next serial that's going to come up as a new one.
I like how you're just starting out with the animal sidekick.
Yeah.
Like right from the beginning.
The animal sidekick is what rules. Usually sells this.
Yeah, but usually you don't bring in the animal sidekick until like halfway through the story. So
I know the animal sidekick in this place begins the story for it begins with dragon poop. So yeah, it's gonna have a moment. And also in our wonderful fashion, we end the year with Everdark Academy, the next book release of that. We wanted to give you a place where you can come every day and read or see something new, to have something to look forward to every month, that you know that something's going to come that's exciting, that brings you joy, that, just makes hopefully your life feel a little bit better, and that you can be sharing that excitement with like-minded people in a place where you are accepted and you are safe. these are the things that are coming. And we're so excited to share it with you. And once more, for those of you who have signed up and are members of Raythe Reign, or have been members in the past, or intend to be in the future, we cannot thank you enough. You are making a difference. Thank you all. And I can't wait to read your questions in the comments and find out what's going on in all of your lives for the next upcoming year. You'll be hearing a lot from me and Kat.
Yeah.
So, I'm not going to say goodbye, but I'm just going to say see you later. That's the better way to do it. Take care, everybody.